On top of it, you can just create a humongous Olympus Mons without disturbance. There is little cratering on the slopes of Olympus Mons, indicating that it is geologically young. Because remember, impact craters were formed when planetesimals were still hitting everybody in the solar frickin' system. So we've talked about this before. Cratering is actually a very old event. It happened, I forget, it might have been about 1 billion years ago that it happened. So like, you know how the moon has a bunch of craters? So the moon's surface is actually older than ours. Like ours has gone through more geological things, and we have sort of we've kind of lost the craters because more things have happened to either smooth out the craters, pave them out, etc., right? But if you are something that is not very geologically active, like our moon, then you're gonna retain those craters from a while ago, from like a freaking billion years ago or something. And you're gonna basically have this like olderness to you, older surface feature, retaining that, right? Because you're geologically dead. You don't have volcanoes, you don't have oceans, you don't have a lot of erosion, you don't have an atmosphere, you don't have wind, rain, all this stuff constantly making you geologically active like what we have here on Earth. I mean, the most geologically active site in the solar system is actually a moon of Jupiter, but you know, that's a different matter. Basically, all of that is to say that if something doesn't have a ton of cratering, it means that it's a newer thing. If something has a ton of cratering, it means it's an older thing, because there was an era of cratering in our solar system when things were still kind of forming, and then there were these things called planetesimals, basically debris in the solar system before things kind of settled down more to the current configuration. All this debris would just random like hit us all the freaking time. Like we would get hit all the time. Moon got hit, we got hit, everybody got hit. But if you still, to this date, show a ton of cratering, what that means is that you didn't do things in the meantime, geologically, to basically cover up the craters, right? Like volcanoes will pave them, erosion will erode them away or give them a different shape, etc. So the cratering is actually a clue as far as the age of that surface, right? So this is what that means. So there's little cratering on the Olympus Mons. So as we're seeing, Olympus Mons is a very important structure on Mars, and it has very little cratering, which means that it's geologically young. Judging from the number of impact craters on its slopes, Olympus Mons last erupted some 300 million years ago. So 300 million years ago is still pretty young, because we're talking impact cratering from like maybe 1 billion years ago or a little over 1 billion years ago. So, you know, yeah, that's what we mean. Geologically young means that the volcano erupted more. Geologically, Michael Gaming, hi. The sun is flat, it's a light bright. What do you mean? Thank you, Adventures of Austin. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. We are on the phone. Thank you. Austin's Curiosity Corner. Hey, it's Austin. I subscribed and liked from my second channel. Thank you so much, Austin. That's very kind of you. Thank you. You're like a celebrity to me. Thank you. We are on the phone, yes. So, here's the thing. What we mean by geologically young is that if something is still erupting, like some volcano is going off, like in Hawaii, right? So we have islands in the United States. Well, you know, it's a state now, it used to be a territory. We conquered these islands, poor Hawaii. But Hawaii is actually a very active site. Some of the islands are like geologically active. There's volcanoes happening, erupting. So that's what we mean by geologically active. So if something last erupted within I mean, in this case, 3